Ladies and gentlemen, we have some awesome news. Shin Godzilla, one of the best movies ever made. There's not a movie quite like it, and there's not a Godzilla quite like Shin Godzilla. It's crazy to think that this movie's already a couple years old now. Shin Godzilla came out back in 2016, and well, here in 2023, it is returning to theaters. For the first time ever, I believe, Shin Godzilla will be stomping into theaters in France. It looks like Shin Godzilla in September and October will have some limited screenings at some theaters in France. That's super awesome. I'm happy more countries are being able to get their Godzilla goodness, but that's not the big news of the day. The big news of the day is, well, here's my reaction to it when it first dropped. Let's just kind of watch that, and then I'll go a bit more into it. Hello everybody, Tzilla here, and you gotta look at this, because this is crazy. This guy on Twitter, at 14kaiju, kaiju number 14, he seems pretty reliable. A lot of the stuff he's been posting, tweeting, pretty good stuff, pretty solid. He's got a good track record I've seen. Check this out. Just announced, Godzilla Minus One director is going to go head-to-head with the Shin Godzilla director at a screening of a new version of Shin Godzilla. This is going to be called Shin Godzilla Orthochromatic? At the end of the day, October 4th, we're getting a new version of Shin Godzilla. I am hoping somehow, some way this makes it to home media. Somehow, or just please, I am begging for this not to turn into lost media. I am so curious on what this could even be, what's even being added. Is this a joke thing? Is this like a director's cut? I guess we have no idea. This is just a really short video. I just kind of wanted to get this out there. I just saw this and had to post something about it. I want people to be aware of this because it's happening like right now. So I just Googled what orthochromatic is, and apparently that's for black and white film. So I guess this is just going to be a black and white version of Shin Godzilla? That's neat. I hope it's not just that. It'd be really cool if this did have, some extra footage or just something different about it. But black and white Shin Godzilla, that's still cool. If that's all it is, that's a little underwhelming, but that's still pretty neat. Well, I'm not sure it's actually coming out October 4th. I believe it may be later in October. Either way, we are getting a new version of Shin Godzilla. A black and white version, Shin Godzilla Orthochromatic. This is gonna be awesome. I am begging, like I said, that we get to see this in any home media release somehow. I don't want to go home and just put on a black and white filter of Shin Godzilla. I want to see the official version. This is very different. They've never really done something like this before, and I wonder if they are just going to put a filter over the movie to make Shin Godzilla black and white, or if they really are going to adjust some things and really make this look great. I think it'd be really cool if the whole movie was black and white except for Shin Godzilla, like have his red and purple still be in color. That would be really cool. It's just crazy to me that all these years later, Shin Godzilla is still stomping its way into theaters across the globe, and we even got a new version of Shin Godzilla. I know a black and white version of a movie isn't anything too crazy, but I don't think this has ever really happened before with the Godzilla movie, and I really hope I get the chance to see this some way, somehow, but at the end of the day, Shin Godzilla is back in theaters. That's hype. Hideaki Anno's probably really happy. I know they're doing all this to promote the new Godzilla Minus One movie, and I know Anno's going to be at some things talking with the director of that. I think they're doing a little head-to-head, so that's all going to be a lot of fun for those who can make it. So, are you guys excited for a black and white version of Shin Godzilla? Is that something that interests you, or is that something you're going to pass on? Go ahead and let me know down in the comments, and I will see all of you lovely people in the next video. Goodbye.